out in California?
Well, I think a lot of anticipation. We've taken a little time. We had one event already. It went pretty well. We scored well, but we didn't finish all that well team-wise. But I felt like we made some good strides, and the last 4 weeks of practice have been really good. So I think it's time to just get going. We play 4 weeks in a row, and we're excited to get going. I think the guys are too. I think they all have a little bit of cabin fever to get out there and go play like real competition. So we're looking forward to it. It's been really good, and we had a couple of the, I wouldn't necessarily call them younger now, I suppose younger in class-wise, but they've had a ton of experience between Brett Krantz and Grant Olinger to come up, and they're playing really well right now. And I think you can make the case that Brett's the best player on the team right now as a sophomore. So having this weather, you start to see how these guys have grown and developed over a year, and to have guys like Garrett come in, just his first year with us, even though he's a senior, you can see that development from the fall into the spring, and having the nice weather, you really get to watch them play. And they've been playing a lot of golf in the last couple of weeks, so it's really nice to watch their development and kind of see them challenge each other and push each other. But yeah, it's been good, and the weather has been very cooperative, so we're fortunate.
I've had a lot of experience before, but definitely finding a way to fit in with the new guys it's worked out really well. We all get along. With the group going this next weekend, we have a good attitude. Our attitude's kind of changed since the last tournament. I think not being able to play over winter, we really didn't have the best thoughts, but now we've been able to practice, like he said. We've been playing a lot of matches against each other, and we're getting this. We're motivated. We want to go out there and show those guys that we aren't the team that we were 2 weeks ago. Even though we played well, we want to play better and show that we can beat those schools.
Answer, I suppose. My changes have certainly become, I would say, a little more open to and receptive to the guys' input. At first when I got here, it was kind of the mentality of I'm going to run it my way, and that's the way it's going to be. And I think that was, part of the military mentality that I have, and growing up in a household like that's what I brought to it. And after working with the guys, you start to trust them a lot more, and you realize they really do know what is best for them. And so to have their input come in and really kind of take that in and apply it with them, you can see the changes in the last few weeks in having their input come in about how we should practice and things they want to do, implementing those ideas and then seeing how they respond. I've learned a lot as far as how to just coach young men, and so it's good. And I think in the 3 years in watching the guys, you start to see they've taken on a little different personality. Of course, it was a transition for any of the guys who I inherited. The guys that I brought in all kind of knew it was coming, but it's nice to see them all bond together, and we still have a few seniors left from the class that I inherited, and the rest of the guys and them have all kind of bonded together. And so it's good to see their development, where the seniors have taken that leadership role, where they will take the freshmen, sophomores under their wing and kind of teach them what it's like to play college golf, because it's not like high school at all. It is a lot more demanding from a time schedule. It's a lot more demanding just from a playing ability standpoint. So these guys have really taught them a lot, and it's taught me a lot on how to organize practice and what we need to do with them. I think we can look at it both good and bad. We were sitting 10th in the region, which would get us to the postseason prior to that tournament. After the tournament was done, we sit 13th. So there's the negative end of it, as we drop down a few spots. The positive end is we see what we have to work on. We know what the guys need to improve upon and how they need to work harder. I think it was an eye-opener for them as well. Not that 10th is comfortable by any stretch, but to see that we can drop down that easily, I think it motivated the guys to do a lot of work. And so for the last 4 weeks, they've been busting their butts to get things done.
We're clicking together as a group. We're finding the five that play well together, play the best together. I'm really looking forward to the next 4 weeks. Like you said, we don't have any time off. We're back and forth. I'm just focusing on just keeping my stroke average a little lower. I'm counting. Being one of those top 2 to 3 on the team each week, and push those other guys to do the same, because all we need is one more score that can count, and we're at the top of the leaderboard. So
I think to answer part of that question for you, and he won't say it, but I will, from his standpoint, he has a legitimate shot to go to the postseason, whether the team does or not. And obviously we'd like to get the team there for sure to go to Super Region, but Garrett's sitting right in that area where they'll take the top 4 individuals from non-qualifying teams. And he and Trevor are both right there. I think Trevor is not a lock yet, obviously, but he's in right now. If it ends today, I think Garrett's right there. So if the scoring average goes down just a little bit, there's certainly a chance to send 2 individuals if the team doesn't qualify. So although he may not say it because he's probably a little more humble than that, the postseason's a goal, I think, for all these guys, and he certainly has an achievable goal there. So it's kind of fun to watch that too, when you can see the you know, it's the last year. It's the last chance these guys have, and you can see that drive and that push to know that this is done. And when it's done this year, it's over. You know, I got sophomores who are coming back, but I got seniors who are, they're hungry. And it's fun to watch because they push each other and then they push the younger guys because, you know, at some point in time, maybe they didn't push themselves when they were freshmen or sophomores. And I don't know about Garrett, but I know about the other guys. And these guys all know it goes by really quick. And now that it's coming to an end, they can taste it. And it's fun to watch them impart that on the younger guys to say, hey, this goes by quick. Let's go get it. And they can. And I think he's got a real good opportunity over the next 4 weeks to improve his standing. And if he does, there's no reason he can't go to, you know, super regions on his own as well.